everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. So today I am literally just going to be showing you the new application kit from Nail Decals by Design, and also showing you how to apply water decals. So it's not like a really fancy like design or anything like that. I am literally just going to be showing you how to apply them. So let's get into it. I've not opened it yet, as you can see. I'm sorry if you can hear noises in the background. It's obviously one of the dogs because they're just there to make a row. So I also bought a couple of decals as well, just because if I use the decals that I've already got to do videos like this, it means that I have less obviously in my collection for clients, so it's always good to have backups. So first of all, it comes in this really cute packaging with their names on. And then here is the box it comes in. So they do send these with Hermes. Oh, it's upside down. How embarrassing is that? So anyway, it does come with Hermes because it is like an actual parcel, and well, you know, I suppose it's just safer that way, and you know, just better. I don't know why I'm really going into much detail about this, but yeah, they come with Hermes. Oh look, how cute are those? Some gold hearts, they are beautiful. And then here is what you get. So I bought everything. I was just going to buy like individual things like separately and stuff, but then I thought no, because if I'm going to be putting it on my channel, I'd rather show you everything, and then you could see what you get if you buy the whole kit, because it is cheaper to buy it all as like in the box instead of individually. So it's definitely worth just paying the price for everything. So I'm just going to open everything up out of its packaging. I love how everything's like a similar colour scheme. I think that's really effective. But let's just open it all up. Didn't realise you even got scissors. I clearly didn't look into this much, but this is amazing. I think this is literally £10. £10 for all of these things is amazing, and you get a little chocolate obviously, as always. But yeah, I love that everything's like really similar colours. So here is what you get. So we've got a brush that you can obviously put your water on, and you can also put your acetone on if you need to clean up any bit of the oh gosh, I've just pulled it apart. If you need to clean up any bit. So that's what the brush looks like. Don't do what I did and hold this bit to pull off the little thing on the top, because that's how you end up pulling the thing out of the handle. That's obviously really stupid, but there you go. Learn from my mistakes, don't copy me. And then you get this really cute little like heart bowl sort of thing that my phone camera clearly doesn't really like because it's shiny. But obviously you can put your water in here, which is perfect, then pop your decals on top. And then here we've got a clear stamper, which is fab. So you can just pop it on there and then put it in here. In this video I am going to show you how to use this and how you can do it away without using this as well. So just see which one is best for you. And then here we've got some super good tweezers. Look at the point on those. They are amazing. And they're also gold. So I love that everything is like this. It's gold. It's brilliant. And then obviously, last but not least, we've got some scissors. So that's what you get in the kit, and like I said, I think it's only £10, and that's without my discount code that you can use that is in the description box, so definitely apply that and it'll be even cheaper at checkout. But anyway, I'm just going to quickly show you what else I bought as well, because that I didn't just buy the kit, so I'm just going to pop that back in the box a sec. Obviously I've just showed you those hearts, and then I also got some more daisies because I wanted to do the demo today with the white daisies, and I've only got one board of these, so I bought some more of those. And then I absolutely love these, and I used them on one of my sets recently for my own nails, so I don't have like these colours left anymore, so I bought some more of those to replace them. And then I also bought these because I got pink ones last time, so this time I've got some blue ones, because when you order the twirls and swirls ones, you can ask for which colours you'd like. So I asked for 3 different shades of blue, and this is exactly what I meant. They are absolutely beautiful, so I love that. And then I also ordered some stickers. And she even puts in a little This is the best thing about the decals from Nail Decals by Design, is she puts the instructions on the back, and they're both methods as well. Obviously I'm going to show you both methods in this video, but it's really handy that it's there for you to see all the time. So I got these leaves, absolutely beautiful. So we've got some colourful leaves there, and then obviously this just explains that the stickers are applied differently to the decals. So that's everything I got. So that's like the little haul step of the video done, and then I'm going to get into application. I am having I don't know why it's so hard, to split this video into 2 sections, so I will be filming like the second half of it at different times. It might look a bit randomly different to you, but I just wanted to show you everything I got first, and then obviously when I get around to it I can do the actual application. But yeah, so if you want to see how to use these products to apply the decals, then stick around and I'll be basically right back for you. Okay, so I'm just making sure that I've got everything that I'm going to need ready. So I've got my tweezers, I've got my brush that I'm just going to dip in there for a second to get that ready. And then I've got my stamper. And then I've also got my scissors ready to be able to cut out the decals themselves. So I'm just going to pick which ones I'm going to be using. I am just going to be popping them on top of a white background. And because the practice tips that I've got at the moment are automatically white, it's really useful, so I don't have to paint any tips or anything, which is great. And obviously, like I said, I'm not showing you like a design with them. I am literally just going over how to apply in different ways. So I'm just going to make sure that I've got 2 of these. So we're going to use the stamper for one way. And then for the other one, we're going to use just like the good old tweezers and brush method, basically. I personally prefer to just use tweezers and brush, but obviously if you do prefer to use a stamper, then there's nothing wrong with that. Whatever's best for you is absolutely fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get these, and obviously because I haven't had to paint these, obviously they're not tacky or anything, and you need a tacky layer for decals to stick to. So I'm going to pop a coat of, hold on, let me just push that on. I'm going to pop a coat of base coat on both these nails just to give them a tacky layer for our decals to adhere to. But obviously if you're using gel polish, then obviously that would automatically, like if your brand does leave an inhibition layer, like that will automatically be there once you've applied your gel anyway. But like I said, these ones are not painted, they are just white display tips. So I'm going to apply a thin coat of base coat on both of them, and then they're both ready to go when it comes to me showing you how to use them. So the first way I'm going to show you how to do it is the stamper method, and we're basically just going to apply some flowers. So I'm just going to pop these 2 in the lamp. So first of all, what you need to do, like no matter what method you are using, you need to cut out your image, and I'd always try and cut the image like as close to, like cut it out as close to the image as possible. I'm not going to at this point, I'm just going to get it off the, there we go. So yeah, try and cut the image as close as possible so you don't have excess like film. I don't know actually what it's called, like you don't want excess to be transferred for no reason, so I do try and cut as close to the image as possible, and then that will help like get it flat and everything as well. So it's always useful to cut it as small as possible, and then you've not got as much to stick down and get flat and everything. It'll all just be easier. So just going to cut them out. She says, with great difficulty apparently. It's really not that hard. I'm just having one of those days where everything seems to be really difficult today. So I'm just going to go for this one down here as well. I'll cut this one out off camera and then we can get going with application. Okay, so when doing the stamper method, you want to make sure that your stamper is nice and clean, and to do that you can just use a lint roller and just roll it on like that to get off any excess dust or just whatever could be on your stamper. Obviously if you use it for actual stamping, then you might have a bit of polish on there or something. And then all you're going to do is just pop your image onto the stamper just like this. You're going to get your brush, dip it into the water and just pop some water on the back of the image. You don't need too much, these, especially with the decals from Nail Decals by Design, you really don't need to wet them a lot. So I've literally just popped a bit of water on the back of that image. You can just see it's shiny, and then you give it a few seconds and then you'll be able to just slide off the backing. So when it is ready for it to come off, this is what will happen. Your backing will just slide straight off and your image will still be on the stamper, and then all you need to do is just hold the image above whereabouts you want it on the nail, place it down. If it's a bit too wet, it might be a bit tricky to transfer, but hopefully if you've got most of the water off, it'll be pretty easy. And then there you go. I'll actually just give it a little pat just to make sure it's all nice and flat. And then that is literally it. It is super, super easy. So we're just going to do it another twice. So I'm just going to pop this on the back. Again, just get some water on the back of the image. Obviously, I have cut out the bit where I'm like sat around waiting for a few seconds for it to transfer, because you don't really need to watch that. It's pretty boring. I'm just getting off, like while I'm adding the water, I'm also getting off any excess. And then when it does come to transfer and it's not too wet for it to stick. But every now and then, to find out whether it is ready to transfer, I will just get my finger and just slide it ever so gently. Just give it a little push. If it doesn't move, then obviously you know that it's not transferred yet, and just give it another couple of seconds. Okay, so it's literally been a couple of seconds. I'm just drying off my brush. I'm just going to give it another, there we go. So then you know that it's going to come separate. I'm just going to pick it up, take it off the stamper, and then my image is sat there. And then all you need to do again is just pop it over your nail where you want it. Push down. I usually start from one side and then push down, like roll it off instead of like just pushing and taking it off. And then it is literally that easy. That's that image transferred as well. And then last but not least, we're just going to use this cute little purple one. If you get anything on your stamper between images, make sure that you do clean your stamper, obviously with your lint free, I didn't mean that, with your lint roller. Just make sure to roll it on there, because if you get any dust or anything on any of the stamper, obviously when you put it on the nail, it's going to transfer as well. So you want to make sure it's nice and clean. So we're just going to give that another couple of seconds, and then we'll go ahead and apply this one. Okay, so last but not least for this nail, we're just going to apply this down here, swipe to the side, roll off, and then that is nice and flat. Again, you can just quickly go over with your finger or whatever just to make sure it's nice and flat, but make sure that whatever you're using to do this is also nice and clean, because if your finger is really dusty and you go ahead and start patting this, you're going to pat dust into your inhibition layer and it's going to be really stressful. And then all you need to do after that is obviously top coat. You can double top coat if you want to, or you can base coat and then top coat. I usually just top coat. If it's like a full nail one, then maybe it would be best to like double top coat or whatever if you need to seal it in. But with the small images like this, I do find usually that one top coat is fine. But if you want to be on the safe side, then absolutely double top coat like I just mentioned. So that's this nail, super, super easy. These decals are really, really easy to use. I have used some before that are slightly more difficult to transfer. So if you are struggling with some, just try a different brand and you might actually get on a bit better, because some do transfer better than others. So that's the first one. It's nice and flat, really, really just so neat and tidy. And obviously, if you use decals like they're all the same, you know that you can use them on both hands and then the images be the same. So you don't have to worry about like getting your nail art perfect when you're hand painting and stuff. So the next one is just using tweezers. So we're still going to need the water and the brush, but this time we're not going to use the stamper. So I'm just going to cut out another 3 images from here, and then we can get going with the second method. Okay, so this time we're just going to be using the tweezers. These also come in the application kit, so we're just going to use those. We're going to turn it over, apply some water to the back of the decal, and we're just going to leave that to set in like we did with the stamping method. Like leave the water to, like, well, just wait for it to separate basically. So every now and then, like, you'll be able to just give it a little wiggle with your finger to see whether it's come separate from the backing paper or not. And then when it does, obviously I will show you how to apply it, but we're just going to give it a few seconds. Like I said, they don't take long with this brand. They're really, really good, transfer really easily. So this one is already ready to go. So I'll just pull it slightly to the side, and then that will leave some like overhanging. And then all you need to do is just place it on the nail. She says, hold on, I'm holding this really weird. There we go. Place it on the nail. I'm just going to use this thumb to just hold it down a little bit. Take the backing paper from underneath it, and then all I'm going to do is just pat it down flat. And that is all it takes. Super, super easy. Make sure it's nice and flat and there's nothing obviously on your finger or whatever it is that you are using to pat it down. Some people use lint-free wipes, but to be honest, I just have a real hatred for lint-free wipes, because even the ones that hardly have any lint, like there's always something on them. It doesn't have to be lint, but there can be something. You can also, instead of using the brush for this method, you can just dip your decal into the water and then just obviously wait for it to separate that way. So you're just holding the tweezers, you don't have to mess around like holding lots of different things. Just dunk it in the water, wait for it to set and like sort of separate, and then all I do is I just push down on the back of it onto my kitchen roll or whatever I've got to get all the excess off. And then when it is ready to be transferred, also get off the top as well, when it is ready to become like transferred and come separate from the backing paper, obviously like I said, it doesn't take long. I'll be able to just take it straight off. So this one is ready. So again, I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to pull it to the side so there's some exposed that's not on the backing paper, and then we can just go straight in. Just try to get it to focus with my nose. We just go straight in, place it on the nail, hold down just one side, take the backing paper from underneath, and then you can use your tweezers as well to make it flat if you'd rather that, instead of popping your finger on top. So you're just going to pat it down, make sure it's nice and smooth. If it overhangs around the side, that's not a problem. If that was on a real nail and it was overhanging, I usually just get something like this, which is a lipstick applicator. Just dip it in a bit of acetone and then go round the nail, just removing any excess from the cuticle area and side walls on a real person. Or you could also use this brush, dip it in some acetone and just go around the sides to clean it up. I'm not going to bother cleaning this up because obviously it's just a false tip, so it's not a problem, but that is what you can do to sort that out. I'm also just going to pat it down nice and flat, and that is that one. So we're just going to do the last one now. So we're just going to pick it up with our tweezers, pop it on the water again, give it a few seconds to transfer, and then we can pop it onto the nail. Okay, so last one again, just made sure that some is overhanging. I'm just going to pop that down and then just make sure it's nice and flat, and then I will show you how easy it is to basically just like cut that side bit off. So I'm just going to get some acetone, and then with that same brush that I used the water, or you can obviously do it like with something else like I just mentioned. I use lipstick applicators as well. With that brush I've just dipped into the acetone and I'm just going to go up the side, and that's it. I don't know if you can see that bit on the brush, but that's the bit that we didn't need. So I just might as well do this one as well while I'm here. But that's that, nice and easy. They're super, super flat. They look really, really pretty. And then you just need to make sure that you're happy with them, and then you can go in with your layer of top coat to seal them in. So that is how easy decals are. They are super, super easy to use and really, really quick, to be fair. Because you can, like, sometimes I will put a few, like if I'm using quite a few decals in the same set, like these nails had 3 each, like 3 on each. If I was doing that on an actual set of nails, then I could put all 3 decals for one nail into the water, and then when it comes to me putting them on, they are all going to be ready and I can just do all of them straight away. So that's those 2 nails done. I think they're so pretty, and those decals in particular are really, really pretty. This one is, let me just tell you what they're called, pop that in the lamp. These ones are the Summer Rainbow Daisies, but obviously you can get all sorts of different ones from Nail Decals by Design. These ones are the white ones. You can just about see them because they're on a blue backing. And obviously I've showed you my collection before as well. There's not just like little images and stuff like that. You can also get things like this. You can get some swirls, and obviously they're really in at the moment. You get to pick what colours you want. So there's a little box underneath when you order these asking you what colours you'd like, and you can get any colours you want. And then they also do metallic ones, and the metallic ones can be put over any colour as well. Obviously these are gold, but there's different colours for you to choose from, and they don't have to be put over light colours like most decals do, so that's really good. But yeah, I think that's it. I hope that helped. I basically just think of decals as like lick and stick tattoos. That's how I see them. But yeah, I hope this video was useful. I do like to do some of like the basic like beginner type of things as well, just to have a mixture, because it helps different like levels of people, because not everyone is like really into it and knows what they're doing straight away. Like some people, obviously everyone starts somewhere. I didn't know straight away, so it's nice to do the basics as well. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back soon. Bye.